everybody, how y'all doing? I stumbled upon another video that I really want to cover. It is from Lost in Phoenix's channel. This video is on a lady named Susan. She used to be a registered nurse and she's Korean, and I'm sure most people know, especially in Asian cultures, that drug addiction is a really taboo topic. Even in our Western culture, there still is a lot of stigma against addiction and mental illness. So with it being such a taboo topic just in Western culture, it is even worse in Asian cultures. Even in some Asian countries, when you're caught with drugs, your punishment is death penalty. So I would really like to cover this video on Susan and how I relate to Susan.
Susan, how old are you?
39 years old.
And how long have you been using, you said you're using blues and G. How long has that been going on?
G, it's been like 2-3 years, and before that, it was 5 years before that, for a year. And then blues, it was 2 years ago for like 10 months, and then like 10 months like free, 10 months I got clean, and then now it's like it's been like 4 months, and it's like lately it's like one blue a day. Like one blue a day is like what I crave.
You're only doing one blue, one pill per day?
Mm-hmm. It's like personally, but it's like people are like, hey, you want to smoke my blue with me? And then they ask more than one time a day, and then I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then it adds up to 1.5 pills a day because of they ask, you know. But like actual craving is me out getting it is it's 1 pill a day. And I say this addiction run with blues is so much more manageable than the very first time. Because the very first time it was so addicted, and I was so addicted, it's just so crazy addicted. And then now it's like, wow, this is the way it's supposed to be, you know, like it's great. I like it. It's like wow, I went all day without a blue. It's like, and now I have one, and I'm still taking my time opening my foil, or you know, it's like, it's cool. It's like, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should go down to 0, you know, because it might feel like it feels like a trick maybe. And then I haven't yet, because like guys have been asking me, you want to share my blue with me? And I'm like, yes. It's just like before it was only like one slide that they would share with you. Anyone would share with you with the blue. One slide, and you were lucky. Anybody. And then now it's like, share your blue. Here's like your whole blue. It's like, yeah, and for free. Like nothing, nothing attached. And then they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like, it's always like, wait, your whole blue with you? And it's totally free. It's like, sure, of course, you know? It's always like that. So, yeah, it's like, even when they're like, weird, it's like, I still end up saying yes. It's like weird, and then they like threaten to hit me. They're like, if you move, I'm gonna hit you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, you know, those weirdos, I end up saying yes. And then like they end up like driving. It like turns out to be like, oh my god, where are you going? It's like all dangerous seeming and stuff. And then like the whole thing is like, wow, this guy has like never really shared anything before. And it's like his whole like quest today was to share a blue. And it's like, wow, weird. And it ended up, he did hit me. And I'm like, wow, it was so much less painful than the mentally retarded man in the mentally retarded girl's body. Like she kept like hitting me, and like she cracked my nose 3 times, and she kept going. And I'm like, impossible that she's so strong. But like that man, he just like hit me, and I'm just like, wow.
A real quick pause for a commentary here. For those that don't know, G is meth or ice, and it looks like that's what she's on right now. I personally never experienced this, so I can't really comment a whole lot about what her state of mind is, but I'm assuming that her thought process is very scattered. If anyone who's watching would like to comment a little bit more about what being on meth is like and what her process of thinking might be, feel free to comment down below.
That was so soft.
Susan, what was your life like before your battle with addiction?
It was full of work.
Lots of work. What was your profession?
I was a nurse.
You were a nurse?
A nurse.
A registered nurse?
Yes, registered nurse.
At a hospital?
Yes, in a hospital. In a hospital and a nursing home.
And what happened to your career? What happened to derail your career?
Like life just went psych, and then strategized with a stranger
You may not know this, but a lot of nurses, including doctors, struggle with painkiller addiction. They're just really good at hiding it. Some are better at hiding than others. It can happen to anyone, no matter what profession, religion, economic background. It happened to me. It could very well be happening to your next door neighbor, and you don't even know about it.
just like, and then I just procrastinated for like months and months to look at the actual nursing board paper, or the nursing board documents, like what went down. And it's like, what went down was a lie. It was like, my ex-boyfriend, I went to ICU, then he coded blue, which was practically died, and had to be revived. Yeah, and then it's like, it's like, it's a box. It's Subutex. It's like basically Suboxone, and it's like he only like ate 2 pills that dropped from the floor. You know?
Susan, do you have kids?
I have 1 kid, and she is in full custody with my brother.
So your daughter, how old is your daughter?
She's like 6 months.
Your daughter is 6 months old?
So I'm just speculating, but I believe her daughter is much older than 6 months. She probably hasn't really processed how much time has already passed by. So in her mind, her daughter is at 6 months. And that's probably where her daughter will always be, is at 6 months until she gives up the drugs. Because when you're in addiction, you don't really notice how much time you've wasted.
Really lucky my brother got her. Yeah. Really, really lucky.
Susan, you being a nurse and taking care of people all those years as your profession, when are you going to take care of yourself?
After I got my nursing license taken away, I was just like, screw life. Screw it. It told me to do it, and then it didn't even help me protect it. It just made my life an open house for strangers, jealous strangers to look at. And you know, it's like, why would you do that? Why'd you leave everything that I did and do, open house, because anything like just that's gonna. That means you were welcoming, like antagonism, you know. You're welcoming crappy, stranger, meaningless enemies. You know that are hating me. It's just why would my existence all let it, you know, like a stranger that I don't even know, just be watching me all the time, and even planning things, and then like getting things against me done. You know, it's just, and so since it did that, I'm just like, screw it. I don't give a shit about it. I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be homeless, cause it's because that's what it made me. So it's like, why try? It's like I don't care anymore. It's like life is so stupid. It's like it made me do all that work, and it didn't even protect me. And all those crappy strangers, all those crappy nurses, all those crappy lawyers, and all those crappy, all of them are fake. I mean, here in this land, it's like, they didn't go to school, and they're
Susan.
there's fake lawyers and fake.
Susan, do you suffer from SMI,
Yeah.
mental health?
Yeah. Yes.
What have you been diagnosed with?
Schizoaffective and bipolar disorder.
Was that before the drugs, or is that after the drugs?
Schizoaffective is like drugs and schizophrenia, I think.
So the drugs caused the schizophrenia?
Oh no, they're just saying it's with it. I'm with it.
Okay.
Like I'm doing it with it. Like it just comes with, you know.
Got it. You mentioned that
So I can definitely relate with this. When I was in active addiction, I was very paranoid. I always thought that people were doing things to make my life harder, and people were always after me or even following me. Just pure drug-induced psychosis. Especially during the last few months when I lived in Brooklyn, New York, I was seriously suffering with drug-induced psychosis. I really thought a lot of crazy things, even though till this day, a lot of those things that I thought, I still think did happen. I'm assuming that Susan was very much a very healthy, non-schizophrenic person before the drugs.
you're of Korean heritage. How does your family feel about you living this lifestyle out here in the streets, Susan?
They are completely. They don't care because of they are they're lookalike strangers, and now like they're no longer, the ones I can access, like the ones I can, the ones that I if I go to my parents' house and say hello, those are gonna be lookalike strangers, like alien takeovers, It's like yeah, too bad. It's like life does that to me. It's just like, okay, it's like then you should be this existence should be like takeover now. Like it's like, okay, it's like, oh, is that how you play? Then because you just allowed that for yourself, And so I'm looking forward to
Susan's story reminds me a lot of Hey June's story from Soft White Underbelly, which, by the way, Hey June, she passed away several years ago. Hopefully we can pray for Susan and encourage her to seek recovery and give her encouragement that she still has hope. And it would be a very incredible and powerful message that she can share with the world. She absolutely can put this all behind her and be that person again that saves lives. There is a purpose in her pain that she has gone through, and even including the one that she is suffering with right now. She just has to move on from this before it is too late. So I did wanted to say that a lot of us Asians who are addicts or have been addicts can relate with Susan with our families abandoning us. Initially, when my family first found out, there was a lot of shame put onto me, and I was kind of an outcast because my family had a lot of expectations out of me, and to find out that I was addicted to drugs, it was really shameful and embarrassing. There was even a terminology in Chinese about saving face, because in Asian culture people care a lot about what others think. So hopefully us Asians can stick together and encourage each other to get healthy and stay in recovery, not allow our families to shame us and make the recovery process a lot harder than it should be. So let's stick together and encourage each other. If I can do it, you can definitely do it too. I'm gonna end the video. If you would like to watch the full video, please go to Lost in Phoenix. Susan, if you ever stumble upon this video, sending you so much love. Looking forward to your recovery story and how you overcame. Thank you all for praying for those who are still struggling and bring awareness to this serious crisis. I look forward to next time. Bye.